So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create Web 2.0 style shadows and reflections using Gimp. Now, to show you what I'm talking about, reflections, as far as Web 2.0 goes, a lot of companies are using the new trend of showing anything glassy, reflections, and things like that. Like, for example, iTunes on Apple.com. You'll notice that they use reflections for the graphics. eCover for action scripts. This site is Cover Action Pro, and they have reflections on their eCovers as well as shadows. So the point is, this is just a great way to make your graphics come alive. So while you're looking at this eCover, for instance, it looks real because it's got that reflection. What I'm going to do here is take a screenshot of this website. And you can even do it of your own website and create a nice looking reflection. So how do I do this? How do I take a screenshot of this website through the internet browser? To do that, what you want to do is maximize the size of your screen, of course. And when you get the look that you want, then go ahead and press Alt Print Screen. You'll find it on your keyboard. It's Alt, hold down Alt, and hit down Print Screen, which is at the far top right of your keyboard. Once we do that, I'll go ahead and go to Gimp. Once you've copied that to your clipboard or taken that screenshot, you want to go to File, click on New, click on Template, and click on the biggest 1600 by 1200. Press OK, and go ahead and paste that here. And to do that, you need to click on Edit and Paste. Great. Now, the thing about this is I don't want probably the top of this browser. All I want is from here at the top down to the bottom. So I do that, and I'll go ahead and click on Image, Crop to Selection, so that I can crop the area that I want. After you do that, you're about 1/4 through the video. Now, what you need to do now is make a new image. So go to File, New, create a new template, pick 1600 by 1200, and we'll move that down here. Click on File, click on Dialogues, and click Create New Doc, Layers, Channels, and Paths. And we'll need that later on, and I'll show you that later. So we have this image that we want, right? But we want to make a shadow and as well as a reflection. Now, to make this easy as possible, I'm pulling in the layer dialog box and that new image that I looked at earlier. Then I'm going to click on the old box, as we can see here, and you'll notice that there's layers here. So what I'm going to do here is I'll move this up so you can see it better. And then you can sort of see that white space, right? So I'm going to drag from the layers, left click here, and I'm going to do it one more time. So you'll notice that there are two layers and they look the same. So I'll go ahead and minimize that. Click on the move tool so I can move things around. I'm going to move this all the way up here, and I'm going to move this one down here. And because it's a reflection, I'm going to flip this image upside down. So I'll click on this image by going to the Layers panel and clicking this here. And then I'm going to click on the Flip tool, click on Vertical as you can see here, and click on the image. Now, once I have done that, I'm going to go back to the Layers panel, and you see this thing that says Opacity, and I'm going to decrease it all the way to 0. Notice that it disappears, right? But if I do something like 9 or 10, you'll notice that it appears. So that right there, we have our reflection. Good. Now that we're done with that, we can pretty much go ahead and work on the shadow. So go ahead and click on this perspective tool here. And then click on this layer here, which is at the top. And I'll click on it. And what I want you to do is drag over here as you can see it better, and drag this down parallel to each other. And once I'm satisfied with that, I can go ahead and click transform on the perspective tool. So you see that here, and basically I'm going to turn all of this into black. Now currently this whole thing is selected, so if I do that, all of this in this box is going to become black. I don't want that, I just want this area here. So what I'm going to do is go to the layers box, right click, click on alpha to selection, which is going to select that area, and then I'm going to go to the paintbrush tool and make it black. So there we go. Good. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go back to that image that I created earlier, as you can see here, and I'm going to drag one more layer over here, and you can sort of get to see what I'm going at here. Click on move, click here, and move it up here. Now this kind of looks ugly, so I sort of want to blur it out. So what I want to do is select that. Okay, now that we have chosen that layer, what you want to do is right click, click on layer to image, and then you want to go to filters, blur, and Gaussian blur. And once you're satisfied with that, you can go ahead and crop that out by clicking this. And you don't have to do it up to down here since it's a reflection, so you can stop anywhere about here. Click on image, crop to selection, and there you go. You can go ahead and flatten the image, and of course when you want to save it, click on file, save as, and you can choose it JPEG, GIF, whatever you're looking for.